everything that Apple does is in the context of the hardware ecosystem, of course. So what do you think Apple's ambitions are with regard to the competitors, with regard to Amazon, Netflix,
Right.
and is it a threat?
I mean, for Apple, obviously, this is the company trying to diversify its revenue stream. Its iPhone business is maturing. It sees the writing on the wall with iPhones in particular, so it needs this services business to fuel the next stage of growth. In terms of the competitive set, I mean, at this point, I think they need to establish themselves. I think there are a lot of questions from yesterday's event. You know, we don't know how much the service will cost. We don't know if any of these shows are buzzworthy at this point. We just got a lot of presentations from celebrities. So there's still a lot of questions about whether or not people will want to pay extra for this service.
And, you know, a lot of people say there's so many apps, every provider, every network has a different service. Somebody out there should be able to rebundle them in a smart way. Is Apple staking a claim on that?
So I think the refreshed Apple TV app and the Apple TV channels model is one that makes a lot of sense. It's not groundbreaking. Amazon already does this with their Amazon channels package. The idea of bundling together HBO and Epix and all these other premium services that are already streaming, I think that's the business model that makes the most sense.
So, Roger, can you speak to the bigger issue? Even Apple has to try to self-disrupt. Even Apple has to enter a space that's very crowded already. Even Apple has to go away from its core competency. What does that tell you about the sector?
I mean, it tells you that the market, particularly for smartphones, is mature. And again, they see the writing on the wall. They see things slowing down. The competitive set is getting a lot fiercer around the world. You've got companies like Huawei and Oppo really making a dent in the market. And Apple knows it needs to find a new area of growth.
And is it worth taking the regulatory risk? Is it worth taking the reputational risk?
At this point, yes. I mean, given the fact that this market has pretty much peaked out, and so they need to tap into new areas. Apple has a very established brand. It's got a cult following. If there's anyone who can make a success out of this, it's Apple.
Credit card? A lot of times that's a little bit of a yellow flag. Does that.
Yeah, it's unclear exactly how this stacks up with some of the other cards right now. We haven't really had a chance to fully analyze it, although there is no sign-up bonus, which most credit cards do offer. But I will say a lot of our readers
privacy argument. That's what they're selling it
but
on,
a lot of our readers were actually more interested in the credit card than the service because it was tangible. We actually had some details around that thing.